Hello, people. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Marc Lalonde here, L4 leader within MLSP. Okay, guys, here we go. We have so much to cover tonight and so little time. So the goal today is for you guys to teach you guys how I jumped, or tell you guys how I jumped from being a student to being a leader. Now, it's not that difficult of a jump, and the rewards are they're almost dreamlike. They're almost magical. Like, people find you out of places you had no idea they could find you. Okay, awesome. It's because I'm L4, right, Minnie? Well, you know what? It started happening before L4. It started happening just when I hit L3, and we'll get into that because you do need to get that exposure, especially within this platform. It's super powerful. Like today I'm doing a wake-up call and I'm doing this. That's insane. Enough about me. What we need to do is we need to go through this as quickly as possible because I've got some special guests that they blew my mind. I'm thinking, how did these people jump up that quick? So I invited them in. They're going to be in a little later. What I'd like to do is start off with a super quick slideshow because it's going to kind of illustrate the whole process. I'm going to tell you why it's important to jump and jump as a leader. That may seem obvious, but I have a funny feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that you guys may not be aware of how good it is. It's almost like things kind of go on autopilot. It'll almost feel like I'm fibbing when I tell you the results I get just from exposing my beautiful face out there. It's absolutely crazy. So what I'll do is I'll share the slides. Once the slides are done, we're going to get a couple of people out. I'm going to put them in the hot seat. I'm going to grill them a little bit because I want to know what they're doing. And then we're going to take some QA. How does that sound? Sounds fair? And if you guys want to, I'm going to open up the questions and start popping them in right now because this chat is going to be rocking and I'm going to be teaching. So I'm going to miss them in the chat. And when I got my PowerPoint, I don't see the chat go through. Hey, Christy, how's it going? Jeremy, so many people I know here. I'm trying to do shout outs as I'm kind of talking. Great to see everyone. This is awesome. Paul, what's up, buddy? Tara. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get started with the slides. I'm just going to go share my screen. And as soon as the slides come up, I'm going to start talking. And if anyone can just put in the chat, we see the slides perfectly. On probably slide number 2 or 3, I'll come back and check, and I'll see that when someone put that in, so then I could keep going flawlessly. I just don't want there to be a hiccup. So I talk to myself for half an hour because I talk to myself enough on my own time. I don't want to do it again tonight. So without further ado, let's start screen sharing. What a turnout. My goodness, you guys. It's got to be a record for what? It's a lot of people for a Tuesday. I'm honored. All right. Here we go. Making the jump from student follower to teacher leader within the online marketing space. Now, before I get started, I just want you guys to know that there are not as many leaders in this space compared to the space itself. So what I'm saying is, compared to the struggling network marketers out there in sheer numbers, there are not that many faces out there that are leaders like we are. So when we cross that line and we really start pumping out value ourselves, we're kind of like in a very, very elite group. So when people are searching, there's not that many to choose from, believe it or not. Like they're going to pick someone. And when you're in this elite group, traffic just comes. It's almost magical. So let's get it kicked off here. What we're going to cover tonight. Now, I know some of you guys have seen my story. I'm keeping it super short tonight But part of the lesson here is that in any presentation that you're going to do in the future, you want to include your story. Now, this is the medium version, and you're going to want to tailor your story to the subject matter as well, and you'll see I've done that. So it may look like the same intro of many trainings I've done, but it's different. You'll notice in the bullet points. So it's congruent with the lesson that will be taught. So here we go. What we'll cover tonight. I'm going to zoom through this because, believe it or not, I don't really talk. I like talking about myself too much. I like talking about my people more. So why should you listen to me? What's my street cred? You know, my story in a nutshell, super nutshell, what I personally did to hit L4 in 8 months and why I couldn't have done it without making this jump. And that's true. If I didn't jump up as a leader with my own materials, L4 would have been a challenge, and now I'm actually cruising up to L5 super quick, and it's because of this jump. And I'll show you exactly what I did to make this jump. It was strategies. Why you want to make this jump to leadership, how you can begin implementing. I broke it down to 4 simple strategies because you can implement them immediately, and it will, I would say within a week, it's going to pump you into the leadership position. Now, this is fast. I had to speed up, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why. So, and then at the end, we'll have a roundtable discussion with maybe 3 members, maybe 2. We'll see who we have online. I'll try and chase them down. And they made the jump in record time, and I wanted to get them up here mostly because I want to grill them. I want to see, what are you doing? Like, give me some goods here. I want to learn as well from these people. So we're going to do that. So why should you listen to me? Because 8 months ago, I knew nothing about online marketing. I mean, nothing. Yes, I was a computer programmer, but I programmed code in an office, in a cubicle, database stuff, Java stuff, no web stuff. I did not have a blog. I've never made a video, not a marketing video. I made some fun videos. We won't be getting into that. But I've never made a marketing video. I did not have content out there on the web. And I didn't even know what attraction marketing was, and even worse, I didn't even know what a lead was. Without going into details, people would ask me how I'm moving up quick in my network marketing company, and they'd ask me, so you got any leads? And I thought it was a lead to a crime. I know I use that often, but I really did. I didn't know what a lead was for the purposes of network marketing. So now I know. So now, 8 months later, I'm an L4 leader, so I did something right. I generate over 100 leads a day. I could hit 200 if I want to. I control my lead flow, so that's pretty cool. Within 8 months, I figured that out. Here's a big one. I recruit 30 people per month into my primary, and again, I could go over that. I'm actually shooting for 100 in August. So these are big. They're big claims. They're true, but the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is I knew nothing. And here's another one. I close 80% of the people I talk to. All this was possible because I made the jump to leadership, and it really was. That's what does these. That's what creates these conversions, and you'll see why. Now we're going to go super quick through this. My job, I worked in computers for 18 years. I was making a lot of money. I didn't pay attention to the stresses, so I just kept going through the steps. 10 years in, I was really stressed out, guys. I was a real mess. I could barely sleep. I dreaded waking up. Sometimes I'd work 7 days a week because of overtime. I had to get some big systems fixed, so it was super stressful. I needed to find a way out because, like, I did put on 50 pounds of body fat. I was not only going mentally crazy, but I was physically losing it. I was on the brink here. And breaking point, again, I don't know, a lot of you guys know my father died of a massive heart attack. Genetically, this was not a good situation for me. I had to get out. So that's when I searched for a better way. I went online, and I started a lot of little entrepreneurial things along the way. And they paid, but I was overloaded. I had no time freedom. So the money was always good for me. I was a computer dude. I made money. Money was never an issue, but I wanted the time freedom. So that's what I started searching for. Time freedom with a lot of money, of course. Time freedom to me is no alarm clock. That's a huge one. I want to wake up when my body wakes up. So let me grab a sip of water. I'm babbling a lot in a short amount of time here. Okay. I did not want to have to report, keyword report, to work at a certain time. I love golfing in the summer, skiing in the winter. These are my passions, but the point here is you may be able to relate because whatever, I don't have a family, like I don't have kids and a wife and all that stuff, so I don't, my why, these are my whys, because I want to golf, I want to ski, and I want time freedom. So you can fill in the blanks for whatever yours may be. I wanted to work out during the day. I like working out, taking care of myself. This is a huge one. I didn't want to have to ask to go on vacation. I'm in my mid-40s. I don't want to have to ask permission. So here's where I found network marketing. Now, I've heard of it before when I was young, Amway and stuff. But this time, it just made complete sense. The whole residual income thing, it's like, I mean, most of you are in an MLM. If you're not, I recommend you look at them because that really pays the bills big time. That residual income, it's crazy once it starts rolling. Once you get that ball rolling, and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. But anyways, I saw that. I saw that opportunity. The fact that I could get a bunch of people working under me and I make money off all those levels, I'm like, I'm in. Sign me up. So, and all the people succeeding. That was the day where I said, that was 2.5 years ago. I said, I'm doing this. So that's when I started searching for a company, right? And I went with a wellness company. It doesn't really matter what, because I changed a few along the way, but I followed the system. I did belly-to-belly stuff. I handed out tools, samples. I'd work at the gym. Again, I won't spend much time on this, but I have a feeling many of you are generating leads online, probably because you went through the same steps. But with me, I had success. Within 6 months, I was making my 5 figures a month, and that allowed me to say bye-bye to my boss. So I was able to fire my boss 6 months in. So 2 years ago, I quit my job, and I did this full time. So life was good. That was a huge deal, by the way, guys. Like, I have never looked back since that day. Life was good. Residual was coming in, all because of network marketing here. But I always had to go get new people, which I understand. I get that. You have to always bring new people into your organization, even if you have a residual income, because that's how you find your rock stars. And I lead by example. If I'm not doing the work myself, my team's just not going to follow. So for those reasons, I always had to go get people in the cold market. And the problem was I did not mind the work, but I was having so much trouble breaking that 20G per month, and I would do it, but I wouldn't stay above water very long. I fell back to 18, 16, then maybe 23 one month, and my goal is 100, and now it's happening. Now it's getting very close, and it's moving forward fast. But back then, before MLSP, I was literally, I couldn't figure it out. Why is that dude making $1 million a year, and he's only doing a couple of webinars a week, and he's making 100 grand a month, and I'm working my tail off, and I can barely break the 20. So there was something I had to look at, and again, I'm going to zoom through this because most of you know my story. So what I basically did is I observed $1 million earners, and that's when I discovered attraction marketing, and this is why I am here in MLSP. Now here's where it gets interesting. Here's where I started making the jump without knowing I was making the jump to leadership. I tell everyone who joins my mastery, everyone, I say for the first 2 weeks, you know what I did? I plugged in. Now I told you I'd tell you about the 4 strategies, right? Well, this is going to be strategy number 1. Before everything else, I didn't have a sponsor in MLSP. I have nobody that I could email or call or I mean, I wasn't emailing April Marie Tucker or Marc Harbord or Brian Finale. I had to figure these things out. I had no sponsor. I joined myself. So by plugging in and listening to leaders all the time, and I cannot stress this enough, we're going to get into that later, but I didn't generate a lead for my first month. Not one, because I didn't care. I treated it like university. Let's get down and study. So that's what I did. Now, I applied what I learned, of course. When I did this, everything kind of started to happen naturally, just by plugging in. I'm taking another sip of water here, guys. A lot of babbling going on. Oh, you know what? We're doing okay. We're 15 minutes in. Okay. So when I joined MLSP, I expected actually an education just to generate leads for my MLM. That's it. I didn't think about branding myself. It wasn't even a thought. I didn't even know that was important. I didn't think about an affiliate commission for sure. I didn't care about that. I just wanted to generate leads for my network marketing business. What I did not expect is the community. Of course, the community is everything. I mean, the community is everything. I'm not going to go into that because I really will be here all night talking about how you plug into that Facebook group and the community, and how you guys could contact me, or I could contact Marc Harbord, or it's a community. We can ask questions in the group, and leaders are going to answer you. That's how I got most of my answers. So that community is gold, that alone. Now, the residual commissions from people who say no, that I didn't know. I actually didn't know about that. So that was like, that's a bonus. It's an extra whatever. It's an extra 5 figures per month, whatever. It's nothing like an MLM business, but these are people who are saying no to you, so it's a bonus. Okay, now what I did not expect is the tools, specifically the capture pages, which you'll see this is a super strategy that I use. It's the second strategy that I use to make the jump, and I'll show you that. That's going to be strategy number 2. The MLSP platform, guys, as soon as I started showing my face on this thing, what? It was unbelievable. We'll get into that specifically, how you can get into this, how you can get a piece of this pie. Now, webinars on air, I just started implementing this, hosting my own webinars. Holy crap. That is crazy. We'll get into that too. That one blows my mind because I've heard about it, and one day I said, what the heck, let's just do it. Wow. So we'll get to that in a sec. Now, why do you want to make the jump to leadership? This, guys, you should probably pay a little more attention to, because this is the what's in it for me, for you. Like, why am I here on this training? Well, this is why you're here on this training, because when you make that jump, of course it's going to speed up your success. Now, leads are going to start coming in organically, okay? Places you did not advertise. Because I do Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm getting people contact me that don't come from there. You'll get strangers that are going to seek you out and contact you directly, no capture page. You're going to get people that are not even in this space of network marketing, and they're going to refer you to their friends. I have people contact me, call me, actually, because I put my phone number everywhere. So they call. I recommend, well, I don't know if I recommend it for you, but if you want to be a leader, I recommend a toll-free number. I pay $10 a month, and people can call me from anywhere in North America and leave a message. So I post that everywhere. So I get people who leave me messages all the time saying that somebody referred them to me. That's powerful. Okay, leads are going to be more targeted, qualified, because they know who you are. They want to talk to you. People are actually going to pay closer attention to you. So when you talk, they're going to listen more. They're going to take you more seriously once you make that leap. And very important here, they're more likely to join you instantly in your MLM. That's what I'm here for still, guys. I love MLSP, but I'm an MLM builder. So, and they'll be more likely to join you instantly in MLSP as well. So that's the why. That's why you want to make that jump. I got to take another sip of water. I'm talking my little heart out here. Okay, how to make the jump, how to do it. I hope you guys are still with me. I can't see this chat, but I'll have faith. So how to make the jump. So these are the 4 simple strategies that I broke it down to, because by doing these 4 things, you will be able to do exactly what I've done. And trust me, you want to be where I am. I'm in a very, very nice spot right now. So remember, I knew nothing 8 months ago, and look at the results. Don't look at me, because it doesn't matter. You can be me. It's the results I'm getting. So the 4 simple strategies. This is the big one. Start doing this now if you're not doing it. Plug into all webinars, hangouts, masterminds, and wake-up calls 9 times a week. Yes, I'm an L4 leader, and I still do it. I do not miss a single wake-up call even. If I don't make it, I catch the recording that same week. Super important. Number 2, we're going to talk about this in a little bit of detail. You're going to work your way up to capture page number 3 of the 3 capture page types that we will cover. Now, there are 3 capture page types that I used as I evolved. One of them qualifies pretty good. So when I say qualifies pretty good, I mean when they fill out that capture page type 1, people, when I call them, they're going to be like, who this? You know, they won't know who I am, because my face is not attached to anything that they filled out. You'll see what I mean. Capture page type 2, it super qualifies. So they're going to know who you are. You're getting a little closer. It's a little bit more of a lay down sale. They're more of a qualified prospect at that point. And capture page number 3 is the power page. That baby, it converts. I call it the super duper qualifies, because I couldn't think of any other word. It's super duper. But that one is like, when you call them, they're happy that you called them. So right now I'm using type 2 and type 3. You'll see what I mean. But if I'm trying to convert all of my pages to type 3. Type 3 takes a bit of work to implement, about a week. But you'll see what I mean, and it's well worth it. So number 3. Use the MLSP platform to make the jump. You'll see what I mean by that and how you could use it too. Number 4, host your own weekly webinars. Okay, let's move on here. Number 1, plug into all Hangouts, masterminds, and wake-up calls. This is all in your back office, but I put it here to stress it out, to stress the fact of how important this is. When you start listening to leaders on a regular basis, you start to think like a leader subconsciously. And I'm serious. You're like, hey, I can do that. Hey, look at what he's doing. I'm going to do that. You start to mimic them. So this is non-negotiable. We'll just move along, because people ask me how I learned all the other stuff. Like, oh, you're so smart. Who taught you that? I go, well, that's because I did step 1. I'll go back here, and I'll go, nobody taught me. It's because I plugged in. Well, how'd you learn how to get all those leads? Well, that's because I plugged in. I learned it by plugging in for a month. So I just had to stress that. That's the most important thing. Now, you're going to work your way up to capture page 3. Here are the 3 capture page types. Another sip of water. Okay. All of these capture pages I'm going to show you, they were made with Funnelizer, so you do need Funnelizer for what I've done. Mark disclaimer, this is what I do. This is how I jump to the fence. There's other ways of doing this, of course, but this worked fast for me. I was able to become a leader fast with these. So all of these pages, they're going to use Funnelizer. They're a direct page, which means I don't have more than 1 page. There's no thank you page. There's no thank you video. There's not 3 pages that connect to each other, or 4 pages. There's no page wizard. For me, it's 1 page. It's an opt-in page. They opt in, and then they get the goods right away. Whatever I promise them, they get it. So everything's Funnelizer. All 3 of these are direct to a training or to content. And they're all, this is important, this one. You want to host your capture page videos on your MLSP hosted media, because when you link it to a YouTube, It's going to obviously recommend other videos once yours is done. And there's also the option for them to exit your video and go to YouTube. You don't want them to leave. You want them to replay your video over and over again if they choose to, but you don't want them to have that YouTube window. So you want your video to be hosted on MLSP. I was going to walk you through it tonight, if for those who want to know, because it's pretty important. Once I did that, because people used to always gravitate away from me and go to YouTube. There's a way I found that out, but it's important to host it on MLSP. If we have time later, I might do a live demo, but it's not that hard to figure out. I just want you to know it's important. Okay, number one, the page that qualifies. What that's going to be, well, I recommend going right to number 2, but I'll still tell you what number 1 is, because number 1 is what I did to get to L2. Then I started to use number 2 to get to L3 and beyond. But number 1 is an image of the training that you're offering. So it's going to go to MLSP content and MLSP training. What I would do is I'd go in like Michelle Pescosolito's course, or Todd Falcone's. He has an awesome one I used to use. I'd watch the training. I'd take a screenshot of somewhere in the training, and I'd put that image there, and I'd say, you want to recruit more professionals? And then opt in. So that generated leads, but again, they were not targeted. It kind of qualifies them because you know they want to generate leads. Now here's where you're going to step it up. You're going to start to jump over that fence. Number 2, super qualifies. Very simple. It's a video of yourself. If you watched any MLSP training, a lot of people say to do this. They say watch the training, the MLSP content. I usually pick 3 things that I got from that training, 3 pieces of value, and then in the video, it's me talking, so I'm qualifying even more. People know who I am now, and I'll say, I'm pretty myself on videos, so I'm not like, if you would like to generate leads, I found that. I'm like, okay, listen guys, I just found this thing of how to, did you know that, you know, recruiting up, people are going to be more open to your opportunity than if you recruit down. Like that would be the 1 tip, for example. So I give 3 of those that come from the training, but it's a video of me. Now, before L3, I wasn't even doing this, to be honest with you. But when I started doing this, that's when things started really changing. So let's go to number 3, because number 3 is the super duper capture page. Now this one is a video of you, but you are promoting your own training. Now, for example, this would be one that I would be able to use for myself, because I would, the training I would be guiding them to would be a training of me teaching. So now what happens when you've got these types of capture pages, you're the one introducing the training, they opt in, and then they see you do the entire training. So when you call those people on the phone, they're good to go. They know who you are. And if they're not interested, they're going to say, look, I saw your video, I'm not interested, Mark. Thanks for calling, and then you hang up and call the next person. So it's awesome when they're qualified. Time is the most valuable asset, and this saves me time. They're either in or they're out, and I love it. So let's go through this really quick as a little visual, okay? Now, this is the capture page. This is your funnelizer page. Now, if you look here, that's obviously your hosted media on MLSP. Take another sip of water. I haven't shut up. Okay, so that's your MLSP hosted media. And now you see I put number 1 is the image. Number 2 and 3 is your video. Just like I explained, you can see at the bottom, I put number 1, number 2, and number 3. A lot of you are probably using number 1. I'm sure a lot of you are using number 2. I don't know if many of you are using number 3 with your own training yet, but number 1 is an image. Like I said, number 2 and 3 is a video of you. Now, where that's going to go, well, it should go here. It should go to You should hook that up to your CRM for sure. It should be hooked onto an autoresponder, an Aweber or something, and you'll get an email notification. So it's going to perform all of these actions once they opt in. Now from here, here's where it gets interesting. The content you send them to, just like I explained, number 1 and number 2 qualifies, super qualifies, is going to go to content that's not your own. It's MLSP content. It's an MLSP training in the back. And number 3 is your content. So if you see the flow here, if you do number 3, and number 3, and number 3, guys, making your own training is not that hard, you know. You can record it with Google Hangouts. You just record it with whatever, Camtasia, any kind of recording software you have. Take the time. When I say it takes a week, if you want to do a good job at it, it's going to last forever. So you do a training, you learn something, take notes, do a full training of you teaching it, just like I'm doing right now, exactly like I'm doing right here, right now with you, and package that sucker. And then all you've done is you've changed where the pages are going, and what that converts to is you being a leader in the marketplace literally overnight. So that we got to move on here. Not bad. Half hour in. We're doing okay. So let's go to number 3, using the MLSP platform. Wow. This is what did it for me. You see, this exposure, like what I'm doing tonight, this is going to make you. It's just going to make you. And not only from MLSP people, but I'm probably about to blow your mind when I show you these next bullets, because this is, MLSP did everything for me as far as legwork is concerned. My only job was to roll up my sleeves and become an L3 leader. That's your job too. That's what you're going to need to do. Once you get to L3, then use your, you'll have a possibility of being member of the month. And if that happens, oh my God, you're somebody, no longer a number, and it gets out there. I'm telling you, people share that stuff. It gets out there on YouTube, everywhere, It's everywhere. People see my video all the time. It's from March. So the main responsibility for you is to get to L3, and by doing that, plug in, listen to these webinars. That's where you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to grind to get there, but it's worth it. So once you reach L3, and in some cases L2, sometimes a leader will invite L2s on. Grab it. Get on here, even if you're uncomfortable. Get on as a guest, just like I'm doing with a couple of people tonight. Get on there. So people love joining I'm not going to say non-leaders, but people love joining people who are guests on webinars. They just do. I know when I was a guest on a webinar, people joined me like crazy, and I used to say, well, why didn't you join the leader? They're like, well, I was a little intimidated. I rather wanted to, you were just a guest and you were starting out, and I was more comfortable with you. So what I'm saying is, you want to get on these things. Now, the only way you could really get on them is, again, you're going to probably have to hit L3. Sometimes L2, but L3 you're going to get noticed by the gang up there at MLSP, the powers that be. Now what I did is I would actually reach out to the leaders. So I'm just saying I was hungry, right? I reached out to them, and that's how my first appearance, it was April Marie Tucker on March 17th. She reached out to me and invited me. And I was like, no, God, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? I was shaking, and I said yes anyways. And that changed everything for me, obviously. That was like a Twitter training I did. And then after that, I got in the groove, so I reached out to some leaders, and all I said was, hey, if you ever want me on your Hangout, I'm here for you. And guess what? That same day, Lena Bjorna, she messaged me back. She goes, oh, yeah. How about next Tuesday? Okay, so you can ask the leaders. You can ask the L3s. You can ask the L4s. You never know. You can ask the L5s. Lena was an is an L4, but I asked a couple of L5s, didn't work out yet, but now they probably will have me. So asking is okay. I ask all the time. You never know. So who's going to see you if you use this platform? Well, yes, of course the MLSP members, and you're probably saying, well, what good is that? They're already in MLSP. Guys, do you know how many MLSP people I have in my MLM? A lot. A lot. People from MLSP are going to reach out to you and ask you what your MLM is. Like, that's crazy. And there's new members in MLSP all the time. So that alone is worth it. I'm an MLM builder, right? I say it a million times. So that's a major benefit. Now, people who get invited to webinars and leave, or whatever the case may be, invitees that are not members, well, they reach out to me all the time as well. All the time. So people that are not part of the system, then you can bring them into your MLM or MLSP, whatever direction you want to go. Again, that's a prospecting technique. But the point is, they're reaching out to you because they saw you on a webinar. Library seekers. Now, this is a good one. I get people all the time reach out to me that have been in MLSP or just started MLSP, and they did a search in the library in the back on a keyword or something. It may be Twitter, it may be CRM, it may be prospecting. I mean, I've got a few trainings back there now in the library that pop up in searches, and people are going to contact you out of the blue, and they'll say, I just saw your training, and it'll be a training from 3 months ago, and they're going to say, look, I'm looking for an MLM. I'm a network marketer without a home. And it's like, cha-ching! So that's another reason. And then, of course, referrals. If MLM, I don't know whatever that meant. What did I mean by that? Referrals, referrals, referrals. Oh, yeah. People who join your MLM, they're going to refer other people. So, yeah, it's another referral thing. So this is why you want to use the platform, but you need to become L3. So roll up the sleeves, grind a bit. It's not that hard. You can do it. I don't know, what is it? I don't even know how many members it is, but I went from L2 to L3 in 30 days because I grinded. I really grinded. I really wanted it. So number 4, we're almost done here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're only 40 minutes in. This is what really is going to turn you into a leader. You host your own webinars. Now, I do them now for my MLM and my MLSP. I do them weekly. Now, let me explain why it's important for your MLSP members to do weekly webinars. And we're talking about making the jump, right, guys? We're talking about making the jump to leadership. If you want to be a leader, this works. This MLSP weekly webinar for your members, come on in every Sunday or whatever it may be. Ask me any questions. And if I don't know it, we'll figure it out together. If you build your own sub-community, well, that's going to limit your attrition by so much. I see it. Now, attrition, I'm sure you know what it means. It means your dropout rate, people who drop out. You know, people come in, they drop out. If you've got these regular weekly webinars, it gives people hope all the time. And if you want to make it in this game, you've got to stick around. You're doing them a favor by helping them stick around for another month, another month, another month. I've seen people where it just clicks and they take off and it works for them, and they were about to quit the month before. So these weekly webinars, it completely limits attrition, and of course it's going to build your MLM because people are eventually going to, know, like, and trust you, and they're going to ask you off the record about your MLM. Happens all the time. I think 2 people did it the other day. They go, oh, by the way, what's your MLM? So, cha-ching, they're coming into your MLM. And again, this is an MLSP webinar. And thirdly, it does strengthen your rep as a leader because people tune in. It almost overnight turns you into a leader almost overnight. And then people talk. over deliver all the time, guys. Always give more value, and you're laughing in this game. So why do I do an MLM webinar? Well, first of all, when you've got webinars on air, you can have as many webinars as you want. And the more you have, the more your business will grow, period. I'll repeat that. The more webinars you do, the more money you will make. How about that? And the more people you will help. So for my MLM, well, of course, it helps limit attrition again. But here, it builds my MLM at a super rapid pace because it completely replaces home parties, home training. Those are obvious reasons. I can't believe I never used webinars for my MLMs before. Let's just say 100 grand a month is kind of right around the corner with this technology. So it builds your MLSP too, because your MLM people are going to say, how are you generating leads online? How are you doing that? Send them the MLSP video. And then, of course, it strengthens your rep as a leader again. This is huge. So let's see, did we do it? We did it. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go through the questions because, as Shia LaBeouf would do, just do it, just do it. This jump is going, if you do those steps, that jump will literally, leads are going to flow. Everything's going to flow. You'll be able to close awesome. So you guys all got that. Did I rock it? Is it fantabulous, Jen? What kind of webinars do you do for your MLM? This is what I want to do. Yeah, for your MLM, it is the exact same thing as you would do for your MLSP. And your webinars are based, for me, they're based around, they're 1 hour per week. And I'll give a little lesson when I start. Hey guys, here's the tip of the day. So if it's for my MLM, I'll do the whole MLM thing, the video, just like a home party. And then it'll be QA. And with MLSP, I'll give an online marketing tip. And then I'm going to QA. Let's go QA, guys. Time to answer some questions. Give it to me. Throw them into QA, anything you want. It doesn't have to be congruent since I'm here. If you want, as far as making the jump, there's only certain things that you can screw up on. What I taught is pretty much what I've done to the T. So, like I said, on your way to grinding to L3, I'm open here, guys. Ask me anything you want, as long as it's online marketing. Nothing personal. I'm just kidding. So let's go. I'm going to go through the questions and see what we got here. What do I think about self-hosting videos? Our business is on a dedicated server and we have a lot of space. Awesome. As long as it's not YouTube. There's actually a lot of services. Let me be clear here. I put my video on YouTube as well. And I do the whole SEO thing to it because that's an extra, extra people coming in. But yeah, you can host it anywhere you want. I can host it on my own server. I just use the MLSP one because it keeps everything in the same place. So Mike Simmons, I'd probably use the MLSP one. You're a mastery member, right? It's given to you. It keeps things organized. So that's what I would do. Where do we go for the slides? Okay, you know where you're gonna go for the slides? I'm going to PDF my presentation and I'm gonna put it in the MLSP group under the Files tab at the top. So just click the Files tab. It'll be there available for download. Okay, I'm just gonna go read this long one. I don't know what it says, so I hope it's a clean question. It's how soon on average after joining MLSP does someone start getting affiliates in MLSP or downlines in their MLM? I joined 2 weeks ago, got a lot of leads, but well, that depends on you, Karishma. That's up to you. I mean, how many hours are you putting in? Here's a question I love to ask. out of 9 opportunities to plug in, when I say 9 opportunities, you have your 5 wake-up calls, you've got the Monday hangout, the Tuesday mastermind, which is this, and the Wednesday webinar. Karishma, how many of those last week have you plugged into? Give me a number. If it's 9, do it for 4 weeks in a row, and then we can talk. If you've watched a couple of webinars in the past month, go back to 8, plug in. And then, again, it depends on so many factors. People ask me, how soon will I make money? How soon will I do this? Well, I can't answer that. You can answer that. Sorry, but that's the truth. You want to co-host? What kind of webinars? Yes, we want to. You're getting the slides. You know, it's fun because there's not many questions. If you don't have much money to advertise, how do you generate leads? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is how I generate leads. I do not spend money on these, and that's all in the training, my friend. In the back office. I couldn't get into that now. Okay, after people opt in, this is congruent. Oh, you know what? We do have time to go through the MLSP hosting process if you guys want to see it. Can I describe grinding to L3? I'll attack that one right now. Grinding to L3 is rewatch my video about the capture pages. You can set those up. You can make your own video that points to an MLM, to training, and plug in. Just plug in for 2 weeks. Just plug in. Because when you plug in, the marketing strategy that's more suited to you will pop in your head. Like when I saw Facebook, I'm like, that's the one I'm doing. I'm not even doing video marketing because that's not for me. I don't want to do that in the beginning. So by plugging in, you'll get to grinding to L3. I'm going to go see if I could drag someone else. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I can't drag you out. I would resolve this if I could, but I just can't do it. I apologize. I just can't get you out. It's not letting me. And they gave me the mic. I'm closing this show, so you know, it happens, I guess. I'm sorry. I hope you got value anyways. I know one of my friends, Susan Snowsill, is crushing it. I believe Susan, a shout out to her. It's 2 a.m. in the UK right now, or probably 3 a.m. She's here, and I can't pull her out. And when I saw her rocking this thing, I think she hit L3 in 3 weeks. So maybe you want to reach out to her, ask her how she's been grinding, because I'm curious too. And I'm a little pissed that I can't do this, but I mean, now I know for the future I'm going to find out how to do it. First, it's my first solo where they let me run, so figure it out. Let me go look at the questions again. I mean, we got 6 minutes, so let's go look. See, Marc came in. I let Marc in. How's it going, Marc?
Hey, it's going great. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. Quite the crowd, right?
Very, very, very exciting. You're dropping in gold nuggets all over the place. It's awesome.
Awesome. Why don't you take this opportunity, introduce yourself. How long have you been in MLSP for?
I've been in MLL. Time's out, yeah.
I know, it's a lot of people.
I've been in MLSP for 1 month now.
Awesome. How are you liking it?
You know, I'm really enjoying it. For the first time, I'm actually learning, you know, how to promote myself and making lots of friends in the community, learning so much from you. I have a whole notebook filled with notes. I'm just a little bit slow to get into action, but, you know, I've been making my videos, getting ready on my funnelizer, so it's I'm getting ready to. You're kind of following your lead. I've been plugging into all the calls at night on the East Coast, you know, up here till 11 or 12 at night, listening to the calls and taking notes and reviewing my notes and, you know, just trying to learn as much as I can about how to promote myself and how to share value.
I love it. I've seen some of Marc's videos, and they're awesome. He's fighting his fears, I can tell, and he's making it happen. And Here's something I'm just going to say because this has paid off for me in crazy ways. Marc is not my mastery member. He's not my mastery member. I don't charge Marc. He's not a coaching client of mine. But what I do is I try to help people regardless. I can only do so much, right? That's why I do it on webinars. But when you start really, really trying to help people that are not your members, I may get a little like law of attraction, universe, karma type of thing right now, but magical things start happening. If you over deliver and you help, it's really interesting stuff because when I started helping people that have, I don't make it, no, there's no zero money involved, I got more members and people tell each other and you go viral and your reputation gets out there. It's an awesome thing. And Marc is crushing it. It won't be long. It won't be long until he makes it. Well, you guys are, it's crazy. Nobody's leaving. Usually people start dropping out, but this means, what do you guys want? Do you guys want me to answer more questions? Put them in there. How exactly are you showing? Are you in the video production? Am I in the video production department? How am I showing? Joseph, you're probably not a member, right? You know what? I'll give a spiel for MLSP because a lot of you were probably invited here. Actually, I should have probably did this at the beginning. MLSP, most people on here, we have a network marketing company, and we ran out of people to talk to. Well, from my experience, as you saw in my slides, I wanted to generate leads online and attract leads to me. Now, MLSP completely did this for me. I had to put in the work. I had to hit the books like you saw, but I get over 100 leads per day, and I recruit over 30 people per month. And if I didn't have MLSP, this would not happen. So MLSP is not a business opportunity. I hear Brian say it all the time on webinars. I better say it. It's not a business opportunity. It's an affiliate program. And I mean, it's a training platform. It's a community. I mean, it's changed everything for me, and it's changing everything for a lot of people here too. So I mean, go back to the friend who introduced you to it. Ask them for the video, the MLSP video. It kind of goes over everything, and give the $10 trial. Seriously, do the $10 trial. You have nothing to lose. If you don't like what you see, if you plug in and you don't like what you see for 10 bucks, you can get your 10 bucks back without talking to anyone. You click a link, and then you got like 9 days of free training. So contact a person and sign up if you're not in MLSP. I keep thinking I'm talking to a bunch of MLSPers, but yeah. So let's look here. I've got, well, it's only 10 o'clock. I'll stick around for a few more minutes if you guys want me to. Let me check the chat. So I'm looking for questions. Anything goes. So you guys, okay, can I use Galaxy Note 4 as a video recorder for creating content? Absolutely, John. Here's my recording studio. An Android phone, an iPhone, and a webcam, and that's it. That's my state-of-the-art recording studio. So I mean, a Galaxy Note is a step up. I love the Galaxy Note. So absolutely. Marc, do a demo. Okay, you guys want to see a demo on the MLSP, how to upload hosted media, right? Let's do it. Demo of the upload. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Here we go. Thanks, Marc. Okay, buddy?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye. Whoops. Give you the spotlight again there. Okay. Here we go. Let's screen share again. Let's go do the hosted media. Okay, awesome. So, first I'm going to show you, hopefully you guys can see this. So first I'm going to show you the capture page really quick. Is that the one I want to show you? No, that's not the one I want to show you. I want to show you this one because it's more simple. So this is the oh, look at that. What happened there? Okay. So here's how simple it is. That's the video. This is the content. This is, you know, just the form. We won't get into what this says, but that's kind of important actually. But what I want to show you is if you, and I use this capture page right now for everything. Like it doesn't get more simple than this. And you could throw in some testimonials at the bottom. That's simple, it's clean, but I mean it converts very, very well. Now, this is just a video of myself like I described, and this video is going to go to a video of myself. So that would be an example of a number 3. So now, if you see here on the bottom, it's not a YouTube video. That's what you want. Because when the video is over, they can't go to YouTube. There will be other videos presented. So how do you do that? Let's go to MLSP. Let's go to my back office. And you would go right to my content. Then you would go to MLSP hosted media. And then if you look here, you know, everyone has this. Everyone has 5,000 megabytes. Now, I'm not even half done. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, look, these are 7-minute video, 7-minute video, 28-minute video. So, I mean, that's going to come off. I don't need that on there anymore. These are all lead capture videos, welcomes for my members. So all you have to do is go add hosted media. You choose it on your computer, and it adds it here. And once it's added here, obviously, I hope this is self-explanatory. I don't need to upload a video right now. It'll take a few minutes. But once it's uploaded, check this out. You don't want to preview, you want to edit. And then when you come here, you're going to grab that link where it says, click here to select the video link. You're going to copy that, Control-C, or copy. And once you have that link and you're ready to do your funnel, let's go right in. Let's make this happen. So I'm going to go in the funnelizer. I'm going to go in. I'm going to open up one of my funnels. Right here, edit. And then in here, let's go right here, edit. There's an awesome funnelizer training in the back, guys. And also, I don't use any of the functions really. Like I said, it's a direct link. If I select a video right here, the reason it's here is because I added it, right? I uploaded it. So then no, that's not true. That's not true. Okay, I'm going to show you because this could be confusing. These are what you've added into your media here. So your media there in your MLSP and your media here are different. I'll show you what I mean. If I go to my media here and I go to videos, it'll show all my videos that I've brought here by the links. And if I want to add a new video, I go like this, and this is where I go demo vid, and this is where I go and I put that link. Excuse me. And I put that link. So now that I've saved that demo vid is the video I just selected. So there's a couple of steps. Now if I go back to Funnelizer, and I go back here and I go to edit, and I go back to that video, edit. Again, I'm going fast through this because there's a Funnelizer training in the back. Then I go here and demo should be there now. See demo vid? If I select demo vid, it'll use the one that we just looked at where I've got the red shirt. So you see there's a couple of steps there. Now I'm going to go back and see if you guys got that. I'm not going to do demo of it because I want to keep my original video here, which is this one. And again, it's super short, 3 minutes long. It's introducing a video, just like I showed you guys. You won't hear it even if I play it. But I'm going to stop sharing and see if you guys actually got all that. Did you get all that? Did you get the MLSP video upload stuff? Oh yeah, it will be recorded, Jen. This will be awesome, guys. Yeah, this will be recorded completely, and it will be in the back office. You guys are sticking around. What can I do for you? If you guys were leaving, I'd be like, all right, let's call it a night. But everyone's like sticking around. I mean, I've got. What are you doing to drive traffic to your capture pages and webinars? Okay, Michael's asking, what am I doing to drive traffic to my capture pages and webinars? Okay, first of all, my webinars currently, Michael, I'm only using for future connection, future training. I'm not selling anything in them, but I mean, that would work awesome. I just haven't gotten into that yet. Webinars just work. It's been honestly 3 weeks that I've been doing webinars. That's it. And it's transforming everything. So I'm just using the webinars for my current people. Yeah, to just keep them in the loop, keep them updated, keep them trained. And how am I driving traffic to my capture pages? I'm using Facebook, I'm using Twitter, and I'm using Instagram. You know what? I'm going to give you the links because they don't go to my webpage. The links I'm going to give you go directly to MLSP training. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the chat. To get to my MLSP Twitter training, you're going to have to be logged into MLSP because it's for members only, mastery members only. But I have a redirect instead of doing a whole search, because I don't think it does pop up if you go Lalonde. I'm not sure. But if you go asklalonde.com/Twitter, it'll go directly into the MLSP back office. asklalonde.com/Twitter goes to my Twitter training in MLSP that I did just like this in MLSP. Doesn't go to my website or anything. If you go to asklalonde.com/Facebook, it goes to my Facebook training within MLSP, same thing. If you go asklalonde.com/Instagram, it goes to my Instagram training again within MLSP. You all have access to this in MLSP. It's just you'd have to search and find it through the archives. Those are just redirects that I send my members to anyways, so they get to know me a little bit. How is Periscope working for me? Oh, guys, get ready for a Periscope training. That stuff is awesome. Periscope is so new. Now's the time to jump on this stuff. Okay, where in the back office will this recording be stored? This will be stored in the back office on Training Library. Under your Training Library tab, and it'll be the first one at the top. They come in as they're filmed. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my closing rate, 80% is incredible. It sure is. I'm super proud of the 80% closing rate. Now, someone said, 100 leads a day, you close 80% of those? Well, no, I close 80% of the people I speak to on the phone, and I close them into something. So I either close them in my MLM, I either close them in MLSP, or I close them as in put them on my list somewhere. So they're not all cash sales, and sometimes they're mastery trials, but I get them into something, 80%. You want to know how to do that? Unfortunately, you're going to have your Live the Dream ticket, which I haven't even touched on. because in week 8 of the Road to L1, it's a free training for Live the Dream ticket holders. I did week 8. I gave my secret 5 prospecting tips. That's how I close 80%. If you don't have your ticket, I'm sorry, get your ticket. Because for the $200, seriously, all those trainings, I mean, I watched those trainings and I easily pay $200 for all those trainings. You should go to the event though. But again, I don't know how the sales are. I don't know. It may be sold out. It may be close to being sold out. If you're not going to the Live the Dream event, actually, that's where I'm going to redirect you guys. I'm going to, it's livethedreamevent.com, where they're letting a crazy Canadian guy like me on stage. I still can't believe it. They don't know what they've done. It's going to be nuts. So yeah, I'll be entertaining you guys in some way. I think it's a breakdancing battle, some kind of battle. So, let's see. What is custom link? Can you show how to get back? Back office recordings, Pierre. Sure. You sure can. I can show you where the back office. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to show you what I promote and what in the back office and where the recordings are for Pierre, because the recordings are super important. So let's share the screen one last time. Then I'm going to come out. I'm going to take a look at the final questions, and we're going to close it up because we're done. I mean, here we go. So as I'm doing the screen share on where the training library is, get your questions in your mind and pop them out, so when I get back, I'll boom, 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 I'll answer what's there, and then we're going to call it a night, guys. So, screen share. Boom. Boom. Okay, here we go. MLSP, leave the page. Okay, right here under training, you go down, training library. And this is where I learned everything I know. You see, these are the most recent trainings, and you work your way down. So mine's going to be up here in a couple of days, up here. And as they come out, they keep coming in here in sequential order. Now, for the keyword search, this is awesome. But if you look at the categories, this is super powerful. For example, when I started video marketing, I clicked on video marketing, guys, and you'll see what it does. It's going to give you all the video marketing stuff. And when I started, it was this one and this one that were the most recent ones. And they opened my eyes to so much. These 2 videos taught me everything about videos. I haven't even caught up to the other ones, but I mean, that's just an example. If you want to do a certain marketing. Oh, this was a good one with Terrence Williams last week. You might want to check that out. The guy's a beast. So that's where the training is. And for the campaigns that I would advertise, if you go under my websites, my campaigns, MLSP campaigns, there are some right here. Fire your boss. You know, there's all kinds. I used a lot of, I believe it was these. Now because I do my own, I'm not as, if you look here, these are amazing. There's pure profit. There's all kinds of stuff. But my point here is that I used a lot of these in the beginning to generate my leads because I did not have my own content. So hopefully that took care of that. Now let me look at the, no, I can't do that. Do you keep your capture page videos 2 to 3 minutes or real short? Absolutely. Capture page videos, super short. The components of a video are the introduction. Hi, Marc Lalonde from Ottawa, Canada. You know, coming to you from my home office. And then from your intro, you go question. So, how would you like to generate 100 leads online? That's the question. And then the content, which is how you do it. And then you basically do the call to action. If you would like to find out more about this, if you want me to expand on the nuggets I just gave you, then go, boom, fill out that form. They fill out that form. You got a lead who's going to redirect them to the training. The training can be long. It's the initial video. This should be 2 to 3 minutes for sure. Is there a preferred video protocol and format that works best for storage viewing over the internet? No, just MP4. That's what I use. I use high definition, but it's up to you. Okay, you know what? I think we're good to go. So, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had a blast. I whipped through that. I'm extremely disappointed I didn't get the people out, but you know what? We're not allowed to use the D word in my home, so I can't use disappointed. I take it back. Not allowed. No D word. I'm bummed out. It would have been nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect you guys to Live the Dream. Right? Maybe I should have had an assistant on this. We'll get it next time. We'll get it next time. Hope you guys got off it. I hope you guys got value. Come see me in a Facebook group. You're welcome, guys. Come see me in a Facebook group. Shoot me there some questions. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to upload the entire presentation in the files section. So, because there's a lot of info in there that it's like, it just works. It worked for me. So, you know, once you make that leap, it's going to work for you too. So we're out of here, guys. I'm going to redirect you, I think. Nope, maybe not, eh? I'm gonna kill this show. All right, guys. See you later. See you later. How do I kill this show? There we go.